Hey everybody, this is GoCon Spartan. If you're watching this, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this and any other videos that you see. I'm trying to get back on the algorithm. For some reason the algorithm's not picking up my videos, and other people are watching them. So I just want to, get the videos out there. I want more people to be able to see Power Rangers, Altered Universe, and Power Rangers Shattered Redux, and Digimon Redux, and Dual Ranger, and all the other things that I make. So if you're watching this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. More or less, this is just a video where I guess I'm just another rambling video in a way. I'm just doing a couple of these just because I actually just feel like just talking for once. I make a lot of content, and that last video, those last 3 videos I made took a lot to make for me. I really had to figure out exactly what I wanted to do, and I was learning new things as I was going along, as you can see it progress in certain scenes and things like that. But I guess I just want to talk about the process to make the videos and just in general. And I guess I'll go over how I feel about certain characters. I do like talking about characters. I love my fictional characters. I love these universes with all these people, good or evil. I don't necessarily judge or care. I love the bad guys just as much as the good guys. Bad guys that people would despise, like Joffrey and Ramsey and Baelish and Frieza. Well, Frieza's beloved, but the point I'm trying to make is I like the worst of the worst, and I like the best of the best. I like characters like Naruto, that's my nigga right there. I like Luffy, far more, the Pharaoh, Yu-Gi-Oh! The entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Rogue Gallery. I love all of them. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! GX specifically. 5Ds, a little bit, and then I cap off kind of there when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! Digimon, all the seasons, all the way up to seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Fusion. Because I did like Data Squad, but I gotta sit down and watch Data Squad again. Because I feel like I didn't give that one an honest college try. I feel like I need to sit down. I need to really watch Data Squad so I can truly appreciate it. But I've sat down and absorbed all the Digimon seasons 1 through 4, and I've also seen season 6 and some of season 7. But yeah, and I'm just a huge Digimon fan just in general. But yeah, when I make these videos, so it's a process that I make. It's like various things that I do, because I'm very sporadic when it comes to my creation, when it comes to my creativity. If an idea comes to my mind, I just start working on it. Or more or less, I do have a laundry list of ideas and things that I haven't even put to the screen yet. Because like I said, I've been telling stories and writing stories and doing stuff like this since I was 5 years old. And that's why my story is set into canons and resets and stuff like that. The canon shift is so anything in my story won't affect any other canons, and people won't be confused saying, hey, this isn't canon. The Power Rangers don't have that attack. They can't shoot beams out of their faces. And why not? It's my own canon. I want the freedom to be able to create. That's why this canon it's an altered universe. And more or less, when I do create these videos, I try to decide whether I want to voice the character or whether I want the AI to voice the character. Because I'm very good at doing voices. I can do so many voices. So many damn voices. I can do, like I said, I got a laundry list of voices I can do. And just general. And it's not even gender specific, because all of the Digimon that you've seen me do in the Digimon video and during the Digivolution sequence, every single one of them, besides Rosemon, because it's hard for me to be small. I could have did it, but I didn't feel like it. I just had the AI do Rosemon, but it was literally me. I'm gonna give you an example. Agumon, Digivolve 2, Greymon! Gabumon, Digivolve 2, Garurumon! Gabumon Warp, Digivolve 2, Missile Garurumon! See, I'm very specific when I do my voices, because I've been doing voices since I was 3 years old. Because when I was playing with my toys and I heard Tommy, Dragon Sword! How may I serve you, my Empress? When I heard Tommy's voice and stuff like that, I wanted to mimic that when I was playing my figures and stuff. The same thing would go for a character like Jason. Tyrannosaurus! I feel like my Tommy is way better than my Jason, but I do like Jason's strong, troglodyte-like voice, man. It's just strong. It exerts so much power. When Jason says, it's more for time! You feel that shit, bro. I feel it, bro. And honestly, when the OGs just say it's more for time, it's just a different type of vibe, bro. When Jason's like, it's more for time! For Tommy, it's more for time! Even Billy, it's more for time. I like Billy because he's a soft gangster, bro. I like that nah, bro. Billy at once and always, bro. When he was talking to Rita and he had his hand behind his back and he just put the burner out, he teleported the burner to his hand, bro. And he just impaled Rita from behind. He did warn you not to trust me. And just stabbed that bitch. I was like, nah, bro. Billy and Cosmic Fury and once and always, he was moving like a Red Ranger, bro. I might make that nigga a Red Ranger. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I love Billy Cranston, bro. I love the OGs. But in this story that I'm doing, I have to figure out what I want to do with the OG Power Rangers. Jason's character still needs to be rescued because a lot of Rangers got murked by the Galactic Crash Hogs. A good chunk of them. Jason was one of them that got caught lacking. Off screen, I'm going to show a flashback of Ikagen getting rid of the Rangers that got rid of off screen, because there were a couple of them that did, but not most of them. I'm going to tell y'all who's alive right now and who's not alive, just so everybody can get the context and know where we're going at moving forward. We'll start with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Jason, technically, is dead, but they're all silhouettes, absent silhouettes. If you play Kingdom Hearts, an absent silhouette is when you fight, a duplicate of a person, but they don't talk. They more or less just grunt and stuff like that. But these silhouettes can talk, because I always thought that silhouette not just talking doing grunt. I liked it because it was ominous. It reminded me of the Tethered from what's that movie? The Tethered from Us. That's what the absent silhouettes reminded me of. And they also reminded me of the Dark Chi Warriors. That's how Ikage summons them, from like a cloud of smoke, like Darlong Wong and his Dark Chi Warriors. And I do need to incorporate Darlong Wong somewhere in the Harbingers of the Galactic Crash House, due to the fact that I made a video about Darlong Wong and Jackie Chan, and I'm probably going to incorporate that somewhere in this eventually. But this shit is already stacked as is. But more or less, like, yeah, let's get back to the roster. Tommy is still alive. Now, Draken just separated into 6 different entities, but Tommy's still in there somewhere. So Tommy's still alive. Jason is under Ikage. Zack is still alive. Zack actually retired from being a ranger. After Ikage murked Rocky, Zack and Ming, he went back to being a congressman, and he's taking care of his daughter and stuff like that. But the thing is, Ming, she doesn't like the fact that Zack is giving her all these rules and stuff. So where the hell she gonna go? The flawless military, where we just give out ranger powers just for the fuck of it. So Ming, you probably gonna see Ming come in a couple of chapters, because her story still needs to be explained. Because yeah, Zack will tell her, hey yo, I don't want you out there in the field, because Ikage is literally a galactic space terrorist, and so are all of his buddies, and these niggas love Body and Ranger, so I kind of need you to not be in the field. And Ming ain't gonna listen to that, because Ming's not a coward. You see how Ming wasn't once and always, bro? Niggas can't tell her nothing, bro. They were like, hey yo, Ming, stay here. She went up and she fought Snizzard and freaking the Minotaur. She ain't cared, bro. And she got caught lacking and whatnot, but the point is, she's brave. She got that heart. And I want to do more with Ming's character too, so she's definitely going to move more with that. Kimberly's on a desperate search for Tommy. Catherine, I haven't done anything with Catherine's character yet. 2 things can either happen. Catherine could still be alive, or she could have been one of the many people that got vanquished off screen. Not entirely sure how I want to play that out with Catherine. But I feel like I'll keep Catherine alive, because it gives a conundrum for Kimberly. Because in the Shattered Grid Redux universe, they're trying to make it so Kimberly and Tommy stay together. They don't want to break up, because they've already seen the future and all of that. But this is still tied to the Mighty Morphin universe. And JJ Oliver exists. He was already in the episodes with the SPD Rangers. If you go back, you see him there. You see the current team of SPD Rangers. So they already exist. So Catherine more or less, she's on the field somewhere probably. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do Catherine Slime like that. Adam's gone. The reason why is because I remember Johnny Young Boss saying he wanted his character killed off at one point. So I said, all right, bet. Freaking. Let me see. Rocky's gone. Yeah, Rocky's gone, guys. He's gone. Let me see who else is. I think that's all the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Let me see. Jason under Ikage. Tommy under Draken. Zack retired and trying his best to protect Ming. Ming sneaking off to the flawless military to get superpowers. Billy trying his best to handle the crisis at hand. Kimberly searching for Tommy. Catherine still alive somewhere, haven't decided yet. Rocky dead. Adam dead. Aisha also dead. She also got killed off screen. Let's thin out these numbers a little bit. Tanya, she's still alive. I'm not gonna kill her. She's from the motherland, man. You ain't gonna do that. Dr. Umar out here. We love our brown sisters. We ain't doing that, even though Aisha just got caught lacking. But this is Merciless Universe. Certain characters are gonna go, and it's gonna happen to the villains too. Because they're able to bring niggas back, who's to say they're gonna be able to keep doing it? Yugi and Kaiba are on the battlefield right now. That makes a huge difference when there's niggas that know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Against you. So we'll see what happens there, but let's get back to the rest of the teams. Turbo, Justin Stewart is the leader of the new Boom Boomers, the Wheelbreaker Rangers. That whole team is now basically the Boom Boomers. So just Justin is, and I gotta make a new team for that. In fact, hey anybody, do y'all want to be Boom Boomers? Because Justin's team needs at least 4 people. Because yes, I could throw somebody from Fiction or Game of Thrones or anywhere in there, but I don't feel like doing all that. I already got my plans for all those characters. So if anybody wants to be the Boom Boomer Ranger, like blue is still available, yellow's available, because I'm doing a set of, I'm not doing the Orange Ranger, I'm doing a team of red, blue, pink, yellow, and I'm doing it like Mighty Morphin, man, because I'm gonna be honest, bro, I'm a purist in certain ways where certain color scheme teams just make more sense to me. At least an Orange Ranger should always be an auxiliary ranger or something that's added to the team. Or if the team is numerous, like Q Ranger, I don't feel like an Orange Ranger should just be on the team verbatim. And that's just me, because I grew up from Mighty Morphin all the way to freaking Gokaiga. I'm not focusing on Megaforce. But yeah, I grew up from Mighty Morphin all the way through Gokaiga, son. And through that team, what was the color schemes? Red, black, blue, pink, yellow. If not that, it was red, blue, green, pink, yellow. Those were the color schemes I'm familiar with, and every now and then we had something special, like, Wild Force had a White Ranger. Ninja Storm had 2 Red Rangers and 2 Blue Rangers, and that was fire. Oh, I love Ninja Storm. Ninja Storm, one of the only teams with no weak links. Every single one of these niggas is brown command. Every single one of them. All of them niggas. I love Power Rangers, Ninja Storm. I gotta get back to that. In fact, when I do Shattered Grid Redux, we're gonna touch on the Ninja Storm Rangers. Definitely. But more or less, yeah, so now let's get back to the teams. Space Rangers, this hurt me to do this, but I felt like if I'm going to get rid of all of these other teams that I really don't care for, I have to murk the team that I love the most. It's only fair. That's why the Space Rangers, most of them got caught lacking, but just the main ones like Zane, Astronomer, and Corone, and Andros. Nigga, that's Andros. Plot armor, man. He got Rogexiel levels of plot armor, son. Andros ain't going nowhere. The fuck? That's Andros. Man, I love Andros. My favorite. He dead ass my favorite Red Ranger. One of them. I don't even know who my favorite Power Rangers at this point because I like all of them. I like all the Power Rangers. And there's Rangers that I don't like. But even the ones that I don't like, there's niggas that I like there, like freaking GNO. I love freaking them from Megaforce. And really care for the rest of the team. The Pink Ranger, she's alright. Robo Knight was dope. I guess it's just Troy and Noah I don't fuck with. The rest of the team's fine. But, no, not Troy and Noah. Troy and Jake. I love Noah. That's my guy right there. He's running. I just felt like he should have been the Green Ranger for Go Kaiga instead of the Blue Ranger. But all right, let's get back to the teams. Lost Galaxy, all of them still alive. I didn't do nothing. Two of them, like Rescue, they're all still alive. Time Force, woohoo! That's a conundrum in itself because of all the wars and intergalactic things and canon shifts and Rogexiel existing and Dexter doing shit and Hagen blowing shit the fuck up and Golden Lord wiping out entire civilizations. Time is not certain at all. Jen Scott keeps on waking up with different teammates and stuff. One day she'll wake up with her old team. The next day it's an older version of Tommy Baratheon or some shit like that. Or the next day, and you know, she got new teammates that just, and then she next day she's an alien or some shit. And she got born into a new system. Time is fucking with her because that's why you keep seeing different Time Rangers coming in and out throughout the videos because they keep on getting wiped out and reset because time keeps on changing. Jen got murked by Lucky Vaughn because in one of the futures, Lucky Vaughn she basically took Rogexiel's place. Rogexiel wasn't there no more. And they had a bunch of Zenkaiser bots, and he was basically under the directive of Xehanort, which would be the young Xehanort of this timeline grown up to the Master Xehanort of that timeline. Because for context, there are two Xehanorts. There's young Xehanort that exists within Kingdom Hearts 3 at Fort Sora, that's also here, that's a member of the Flawless Military. And then there's Master Xehanort, who was in Kingdom Hearts 3 in Fort Sora, who's also here, and is a member of the Galactic Crash House. So the Xehanorts are, alright, let me get through the Xehanorts right now, explain where everybody is and why the fuck they at, where they at. Master Xehanort is a member of the Galactic Crash House. He is manipulating the Galactic Crash House to get his Holy Keyblade War on a galactic scale even greater than what he tried to do in Kingdom Hearts 3. That's what him's doing. Answer, he is a Seeker of Darkness. Him and Mavis are kind of a thing. At episode 1, I kind of had them as a couple and stuff, and then completely threw the novella shit out the window once I started developing the Power Ranger shit more. But now that I'm developing everything as a whole, the novella stuff still holds hold. That's why you still see Ansem and Xigbar back here. So I'll get into context where their relationships stand. So the thing is, Mavis has multiple partners in darkness. Ansem, Obito, like she's like that. She controls these men and has them around her finger to do her bidding and stuff like that. And she also needed an intelligent individual. She originally had Lord Varys because, you know, she used her magic to bring his member back. But Lord Varys, being Lord Varys, he didn't like what he was becoming, so he just decided to go with Beatrice and Dexter and got it removed. And once he got it removed, he started to be able to see more clearly. And, you know, Varys is always going to try to snake whoever he doesn't feel is fit for the realm. So he's going to look at Mavis and go, oh, nah, this bitch is wild. And he's going to go to Rogexiel like, oh, nah, I think you need to do something about your sister. Or some shit like that. But basically, that was what's going on there. But I think I covered all the teams. Ninja Storm's still alive. Fucking Ninja Storm, I love the Ninjas. Wild Force, they're still alive. They're not alive in Shattered Grid Redux, though. The only ones that are alive in Shattered Grid Redux are Merrick and Taylor. That team got smoked in Shattered Grid Redux. In Altered, the Wild Force Rangers still remain. Ninja Storm, they're alive in both universes. I haven't done nothing to them yet. Dino Thunder, they're all... I need to clip off some heads. You know what? They're gonna get clipped, but they just haven't gotten clipped yet. Most of them are. Maybe not Trent, but... Connor's getting clipped. I'm sorry. If I haven't clipped him yet, if I haven't clipped him off screen, he will be the next one to be getting clipped. Because, like I said, certain Ranger teams need to get by. SPD, they're still around, and they still don't fuck with the Flawless Military. They still mad about all the shit that happened in the previous episodes and shit. That's why we barely see SPD getting involved, because they're at a conundrum. Their jail got broken out. The Flawless Military built their own fucking jail system and shit like that. And more or less, now SPD is just like, fuck. So, but yeah, they're all still alive. Nothing bad happens to SPD. But Jamon, wouldn't their future be altered and things like that, like Time Force? No, because Time Force exists far into the future. Far into the future. But by the way, the reason I said that, because my name is Jamon, guys. If you didn't know, that's actually my name. My YouTube name has my actual name. But the point is, Time Force is far in the future. SPD exists right fucking now. Those niggas existed 2025. We're about to be in 2026. So we're approaching the end of SPD. So we could transfer into what happened in the comic books in SPD, as well as my Flawless Military canon as well. Because we're going into that threshold in time anyway. So SPD, Mystic Force, nothing happened to them. Their villains, their villains got murked. Yeah, the 10 terrorists, except Megahorn. Megahorn did not get murked. Megahorn, he did not get caught lacking. But the rest of the 10 terrorists, they all got caught lacking. And except for Atissis and I think Mutombo, they didn't get caught lacking because Mutombo, he literally works at the freaking the radio store with these people, which would more or less, if I were to touch on Mystic Force, that radio store would change entirely because everybody downloads music now. So it would more or less just be like probably a Walmart or a Best Buy or something. It would be like a multi-business store. If I was to ever cover Mystic Force and stuff, like kind of do what I do with Mighty Morphin, like I did one episode where I retold the Green Ranger stuff, but yeah, so Mystic Force Rangers, they're alive. Every single one of the Overdrive Rangers is smoked. Oh yes. Virgo, she impaled the Pink Ranger, turned blue and she impaled yellow. She turned blue and pink into stone, and Erusian proceeded to destroy them. Black Ranger got murked by Vexicus, and the Red Ranger got murked by all three of them. And the Silver Ranger got caught lacking by Ikagen because him and the Mercurian forces, because he's an alien and they have planted people and stuff, and they can be financed by the Florence military to get powers, because I need to do something with all of the powers that came before Jew Ranger. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, they got murked. You got murked. Jungle Fury, they're all still alive. I don't know if I want to murk them, and I like Jungle Fury. RPM, they're all still alive. It's not every single RPM Ranger is going to survive this. I'm going to let y'all all know this. There are some RPM Rangers that are already marked for death. Samurai. Woo! In Shattered Grid Redux, it is different. The Samurai Rangers are smoked in Shattered Grid Redux. Except for Kevin, who got arrested. He got arrested. And Draken decided to do something different with the Samurai Rangers this time. Because this timeline is different from the Shattered Grid in the comic books. This is Shattered Grid Redux. This is a Draken that's aware of how he did everything in the comic books and is redoing everything, but doing it differently. He had Blue Ranger sentries before. This time he's having Red Ranger sentries for both Megaforce and Samurai. For the Megaforce Rangers also got eliminated in both universes. But yeah, they got murked in both universes. In Power Rangers Ultimate Universe, Troy got murked by Ikagen. The pink one got murked by Mandoko. The black one got murked by Leo. And the Robonaut got murked by Scorpion, Leo, and Irudru. And in Shattered Grid Redux, they all got caught lacking by Andros, Evil Andros, the Astronomer, and Velatox, which is Evil TJ, and Eclipta, which is female Eclipta, which both Evil Andros and Eclipta existed in the comic books. They just didn't do anything with Evil Andros, and Eclipta got jumped by a bunch of humans that all hacked into the Morphin Grid, but her story's going to be entirely different here. And Evil TJ is just something that I invented, because I figured, why not? If Andros gets to have evil counterpart, why not TJ? So, yeah, TJ's there too. So, yeah, Troy, Noah, and, Troy, I be forgetting their names, I don't care about them. But yeah, Red, Blue, and Black, they all got eliminated by Andros, Velatox, and Eclipta. Yellow and Pink got murked by Ikagen and Madoku. Because I gotta give my Squid Duo something to do. I show my Squid Duo man love. It's a hierarchy over here. I'm gonna give y'all a pecking order. Me at the top, Gokai Spartan. So I'm right up there, but I'm not gonna appear all the time. I'm a mystery. I'm like a final secret boss. Like that's there. Then it's Rogexio and Ikagen. Both of them are tied at the top. Because I love my goddess, which is my main protagonist, but I love my Squid Demon, which is my main antagonist. So they're at the top right after that. After that, the bracket goes from various artillery members of the Florence military, such as Madara, Baelish, Beatrice, Dexter, various members of Organization 13, and the Game of Thrones characters. They're all in that bracket right under Rogexio, Ikagen, and Gokai Spartan. Mavis and them, yeah, they would be there as well. After that would be the Power Rangers. That's where they would be, and then after that would be any other universe I would follow after that decision. That's my bracket when it comes to updating and editing people's characters and stuff. Because I love Power Rangers. Because I'm a Game of Thrones fans, guys. Bro, I've been saying, nigga, I still watch that shit through this day. Next year, we getting Duncan Egg. Duncan Egg. Duncan Egg. We getting Duncan Egg next year, son. And we gonna get House of Dragon. We get to see what Alicent Hightower and Ray gonna do. And speaking of Alicent Hightower, I got a plot line where she is Psycho Green because Astronomer basically gave her a crash out switch and made her Psycho Green Ranger. And she tried the crash out switch on Helena. It doesn't work on Helena at all. The Dragon Dreams, or whatever the case may be, protects her from those crash out switches. So she's just locked in a cage. And the Hightowers and the Star Force Rangers aren't too happy about that. Star Force Rangers aren't happy about that because you have Hightowers on your team. You have Agen and Eamon on your team. Both of them are on the team, and both their mother and sister got kidnapped. The team, Star Force Rangers probably don't want to do something about that. Otto Hightower, no, this is going to be juicy. Having Otto as a Star Force Green Ranger, but a Commander type Green Ranger, because I decided to make different archetypes for the Star Force Ranger. Because Sho Longbow's suit, if you really wanted to drench it down to something else, that could be a whole separate team in itself. Just kind of like how the Thundernick Storm Rangers and the Ninja Storm Rangers are different things. Like the Star Force Rangers could have different units. They could have their regular units, which consist of Vaughn and them. Their Commander units would consist of Itachi, Kisame, and Otto Hightower, and probably people like that. I'll probably do one for the rest of the Akatsuki, maybe. And then their Phoenix units, which consist of Young Xehanort and Terranort, and anything else. I should have made a Phoenix unit for Sir Tristan instead of the suit that I gave him, but I wanted to give the Hightower army their various own Wart, Zeo, Green Ranger suit, and give them their own Megazord, because I figured if the Hightowers were to have a Megazord, it would be a tower and it would have Green Flame on it because that is the sigil of their house. So basically, I have a plot line going in there. The Blacks might show up. I might have something planned for Ray Ray and Damon and Rainy, Sequolis, and I'm not sure. This might just be a House of Dragon episode because I haven't fully done a House of Dragon episode. Because it's hard for me to get into House of Dragons again because they haven't freaking made season 3. They made season 2 and they showed everybody marching the war. They basically ended it the same way I ended my first episode of Flawless Military. But the difference is they didn't make anything else after that. Like, bro, and then on top of that, it kind of low-key ruined season 3 because you had Alicent and Rhaenyra over here going and talking to each other like they were still best friends. Y'all supposed to hate each other. And Rhaenyra was supposed to be fat. She was fat in the books. But it's whatever, man. I don't mind. What's her name? Not Middle Clark. Whatever. I don't mind the actress that plays her or whatnot, but all I'm trying to say is, like, bro, I was actually, season 1 was so good, and season 2 was just, it was alright, but yeah, man. But yeah, they basically, they got a pretty much Astronomer. Now, whether Astronomer is going to be in this or not, is going, because Astronomer is going through a midlife crisis right now after getting her shit rocked by Rogexiel and Corone. Like, after Corone done beat the crap out of her into the bloody snow, and after Rogexiel done freaking maternal outraged her into non-existence to the point where she was monster reborn and was looking at Ikagen, Golden Lord, and P. Diddy and Michael Jackson like, oh my god, I'm back alive. Speaking of P. Diddy and Michael Jackson, I do gotta do something with those characters. I am a little bit iffy about doing stuff with celebrities because I made a Drake versus Kendrick like battles, like a very short video, and I got like a warning for it and whatnot. So I don't necessarily know if I really want to cover celebrities too much, so I don't really want to get hit with like no more. But I really don't want to get hit with no more like problems. But for the most part, yeah, like that's what happened with Corona. So I might have it so Ecliptor and probably one of the crash outs. I do need to thin out these crash outs. But yeah, I might have it so Ecliptor and maybe one of the crash outs, maybe a newer crash out, because the main ones that attack Zato, I kind of want to keep them niggas alive. Cancer, like I said, debatable whether I want him to die or not, because he can either just be dead because he's dead, or he can just have the same shit that Ikagen has with the regeneration because he is a crustacean. A crustacean is different than a Cthulhu, but they could probably be on the same planet because they're both aquatic creatures. I can touch base because I plan on fleshing out the Cthulhuans, and I need to make races for every one of these galactic crash outs, and at least need to explain who they are. So we're gonna go through the galactic crash outs right now. Ikagen and Madoko, they are terrorist space squids from the planet Cthulhu, a planet that got obliterated, but the planet itself regenerated. Little did Frieza's ancestors know when they destroyed it, and that planet has its own kingdom and everything there. The truth is, they are descendants of Cthulhu, who is a descendant of Polyphemus, who is a descendant of Poseidon, because this is tied to the Greek gods as well. Because Poseidon gave Polyphemus his immortality when Rogexiel, because Rogexiel basically stripped them away, but before Rogexiel even came, because Calypso, she was really mad about y'all sending Odysseus back to his wife. Because she had him in prison on that island for 10 fucking years because she was forced to be on that island for 10 years because of Zeus. Because in this story, I don't forget how it is in actual Greek mythology, but in this story, she is a daughter of Zeus. And Zeus had a prophecy that one of his children was going to overthrow and burn the entire pantheon. And this happens in multiple universes because this time Rogexiel just does it, but there was a time that Kratos did it. There was a time where a lot of other universes happened. But the point is, Zeus, so he's very strict about how he deals with some of his children. For Calypso, he confined her to that island. And it was basically an island with her and just her and her people. And Odysseus came and she loved him. And Athena, she spoke to Zeus and she challenged the gods basically to get Odysseus to go back home to his wife. So Odysseus went back home to life, but Calypso wasn't happy about that. Calypso was incredibly mad about that. But the thing is, there was somebody else on that island as well. A serpent. A talking serpent. The same one from the Holy. Yes. And this one would be a derivative of Littlefinger in the future, which is why Littlefinger is her galactic hand, because it was him who gave her the fucking idea. He might either be a derivative of Littlefinger or Xigbar, but I feel like, because I have plans for Xigbar and her in the past as well, but I do need to tie her past to the Game of Thrones character, because Odysseus is Jon Snow. So yeah, it's gonna be Littlefinger, it's gonna be Peter Baelish. So there's a serpent there that she has as her pet, that speaks to her and stuff like that. And he would just tell her to leave the fucking island. What do you have to lose? And one day the light will just choose her. The lights of the universe, that I told you about the first light, it basically gives you the universal power, universal ability. That's why Rogexiel didn't turn Super Saiyan, use fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards, various magic, Susanoo, Sharingan, Alien X, all types of shit. Valyrian steel swords coming out of nowhere. She do all that shit because she has the first light. There's an ability passed on the main protagonist of this universe specifically. And other characters in their own canons have their own variants of that first light, which is why Virgo is worried about the Pharaoh Atem Yugi, because now that he's on the field, him and that Millennium Puzzle has a variant of that, because the puzzle allows you to cheat any gamble-based situation, and anything could be considered a gamble-based situation. If you get shot, the odds of you living or dying are tossed into the air. If you have something like the Millennium Puzzle that makes you in a gamble-based situation, the bullet might not even fucking hit you, or if the bullet does, you might live. And Virgo, that uncertainty worries Virgo, because Virgo wants to take back everything, and she wants to destroy everything that Rogue Exio built, even more so than Mavis. Mavis wants to do this because she's petty. She's really doing the fuck with Rogue Exio, and she doesn't want to power the universe back. But Virgo has general hatred, generational hatred for Rogue Exio. Virgo's hatred is on a different fucking level, because you turned her into a rat, a rodent. You had homegirl out here on 42nd Street, in the train station, eating garbage. And then she found the crash out switches, because the crash out switches were scattered throughout the universe before they were procured by Mavis and Xehanort and Ikage and them. She found that switch, and that switch is what saved her, but it warped her as well. It saved her from being a rodent. It basically nullified Rogue Exio's curse and gave her a monster form. But since it is a crash out switch, it warped her. She is a goddess of wisdom, but she uses that wisdom to pick apart heroes and good people. She's given up on the notion of even being a goddess who helps people, because she helped Odysseus get back home, and she was turned into a rat because of shit that she did to Medusa. But we don't know the tale of Medusa. Poseidon SA'd her, and Athena couldn't challenge Poseidon, so she turned Medusa into Medusa. And when Charlotte was better than her at weaving, she turned her into a spider. And even though the tale is different, because there's various tales of how Scylla got transformed, in this universe she also transformed Scylla as well. Saying Rogue Exio doesn't like humans being transmogrified against their will. That's why the Force military hands out powers, because they want to make things better, not worse. If they're going to transform you or Cronenberg you, they want you to become stronger and better, not an amalgamation or something ugly. Rogue Exio considers that one of the highest treasons. And she also doesn't like when all the people getting essayed all the time. She didn't like how Zeus, Poseidon, and them was moving, bro, so she took them out. Y'all made Odysseus go back to his wife, and on top of that, she's still stuck on this fucking island and can't leave. So that's reason enough for her to crash the fuck out. So yeah, so Athena has generational hatred for her. But let me finish going over the Galactic Crash of Scorpion. I originally made him final boss from Alice in Borderlands. I'm kind of regretting that decision, because I could have just made him a fucking alien or some shit like that. Or he could just be a ghostly spirit that takes over him, final boss, and they could be two separate entities. I'm still playing with that idea. Gemini is a shape-shifting entity. He is a shape-shifting, cruel individual, cruel jester. Incredibly fucking cruel, and he was going to eliminate Yugi in them. And for context, if Gemini was to fight the Pharaoh at that point in time, he probably, two things would have happened. Either the Pharaoh's latent powers would have activated and Gemini would have been bested, or the flawless military would have been alerted and Madara Uchiha would have been on his ass, because Madara didn't like the fact that he transformed into me and blew up a whole planet with my planetary devastation jutsu. The fuck you think this is, nigga? I'm big Madara over here. So, but either that was going to happen if he were to go through with it, but the reason why Virgo stopped him is because the Millennium Puzzle, they kind of want to test Yugi out a little bit, and they want to see if they can just take his puzzle. The Digimon. Now, I made a scene where the Force military had different Digimon towards the end of it. I've given them slightly different ones, because I was seeing what Digimon fits them more. I originally gave Rogue Exio Amaterasu-mon, but Venus-mon fits her way more, especially if you just change her aesthetics a little bit more. Gaiomon for Madara is perfect. I don't need to change it. I could change his hair black, but I don't necessarily need to do that. It's a Digimon. It doesn't necessarily mirror what his hair like. Bancho Lilymon for Shion is good, because this version of Shion is a little bit more dark, a little bit more grunge. Victory Greymon White. Now, I could have just gave him regular Victory Greymon, but that would conflict with War Greymon being on the battlefield already. Like, they both look the same aesthetically speaking, and this is a different Digimon, so I just changed his color. Veildramon, which is Chronomon Black for Baelish. Baelish's sigil is a mockingbird of the Veil. Plus, Veildramon kind of got his hands in his sleeves, kind of like how Lord Varys got his shit. So I figured that would be a fitting model for Baelish. Lady Garurumon. That's something where I was trying to experiment with the eye to change Mirage Garurumon to a pink variant, and it gave him an entirely different helmet. So I think I'm just going to use that for Lady Garurumon. Let me see. Metal Garurumon X, and Shine Greymon for actual Syax, and Beelzemon Gold. I'm actually probably going to change that to a red helmet, because I originally wanted to make him red. I made multiple versions of it to see. But yeah, Zigbot has Beelzemon. Those are the ones that are going to be there. Dexter Beatrice, they ain't showed them yet, but Dexter more or less is going to probably have Hyandramon, and Beatrice is going to have something cutesy, probably like a Marine Angemon, some shit like that. But more or less, Hyandromon, just to clarify. The robot, not the angel, for Dexter. But yeah, that's probably what's going to go on there. Well, let me see, do I need to go over any more of the Galactic Clash outs? Let's see, Kagem Doko, Erudrin. Now, I need to develop Erudrin's character a little bit more, so I don't know, because he's one I've developed Scorpion a little bit. I developed Ikagen a fuck ton, him and Madoka. But Erudrin, the other boss from the first 20 episodes of Q Ranger, I need to develop him more. Because now I'm developing Gemini. He got some love in the Yugi episode. Virgo got love in the Rogexiel Goddess episode and the Yugi episode. So Erudrin would probably next to Scorpio during the episode where Qyburn had his Golden Mountains and they was attacking Billy, and Billy had battleized Scorpion and Penny for Adam, so he got some love there. So the rest of the Galactic, and also Libra, yeah, because he's Grand Mace the fucking Pycelle essentially, so yeah, he gets love in several fucking videos because it's explained what's going on with him. And Pycelle kidnapped Tommen and Marcella. He did that shit to get back at Cersei because Cersei sicked a bunch of children to kill him in season 6 of Game of Thrones. He didn't like that so much. He's working with Qyburn. He doesn't like Qyburn. Perhaps maybe Pycelle has in his mind that he wants to backstab Qyburn in the future. But right now, working with Qyburn is lucrative because Qyburn is one of the Galactic Council. He works directly with Mavis. So he did that despite, not only that, he also attacked Castle Rock just to get back at the Lannisters in general. Because, bro, this is an old man who used to serve the Mad King Aerys. And before that, he served his father before him, and he served Robert. He served all of these kings, and throughout all of that, he was loyal to House Lannister, bro. He was kissing their ass downright a whole sycophant for them. Basically, a Team Lannister glazer, bro. And he got murked just because Cersei thought that another scientist was better than him, essentially. She got displaced. And Cersei kind of, yeah, she wild if she crashed the fuck out. Shit, it's gonna be funny when I actually get to Cersei and Uncle Kevin, bro, because they're gonna get into an argument because Uncle Kevin got fucking murked by her. So that's probably going to huge plans for the Lannisters in general. But yeah, that's what's going on with Libra. Qyburn, having Qyburn in your sciences lab was probably the biggest mistake Beatrice and Dexter could ever make. Because within the confines of the Game of Thrones universe, Qyburn was able to do some miraculous shit already. But you give him access to Yu-Gi-Oh!, Digimon, Power Rangers, Dragon Ball shit, this nigga's gonna crash the fuck out and start wilding. He's a galactic crash out in the scientific sense. That nigga, oof. I love Qyburn. I love scientist characters, just in general, bro. Qyburn, Beatrice, Dexter, Rick Sanchez, Vexen, Zexion, I love all of them little niggas. All them smart motherfuckers. But yeah, so that's what's going on with him. And the other galactic Aquarius, he is Madoko's best friend, essentially. So I'll do something with Aquarius in the future as well. Vexicus and Darkonda. Even though Power Rangers fleshed them out really well, and I don't necessarily need to, but if you've noticed, Astronomer's kind of a fucking main character. So having me fleshing out Darkonda would be warranted because her and Ecliptic get fleshed out every fucking now and then because I'm a huge Power Rangers and Space fan. So the Space Rangers are going to get a lot of love on this channel and their villains are going to get just as much love. Vexicus, I'm about to do stuff with Ninja. Vexicus I could make a different variant for him for Shattered Grid Redux perhaps. But yeah, Vexicus, I'm about to do stuff with Ninja Storm anyway. So the thing is, how do I tackle the Red Ranger? Because the thing, I'll just keep Shane alive. I mean, Tommy's alive, Trini's alive. So when it comes to the Power Rangers that are dead in real life, we're gonna keep them characters alive on this channel, man. Because they're not dead. Jason's not, Tommy's not dead, Trini's not dead. Their characters still exist. Yes, the people that played them are no longer here, but the characters still exist. And if we want Power Rangers to exist in the future, because more than likely you're gonna have to reboot Mighty Morphin, you're gonna have to give us Tommy and Trini again. We're gonna have to do it. The Cannon's gonna have to do that whenever they get around to it. I just seen the new trailer for Power Rangers Ninja Kids, guys, and I like what I saw so far. Although I don't not like Rita not having her helmet on, bro. I want the ponytail. Because it's like I've mixed movie Rita and regular Rita together. Just keep the headpiece on, please. Please, I need that headpiece on. Just aesthetically, because in my mind that's what Rita looked like. She has horn hair. Like the movie Rita was nice, but honestly, she could be a whole different villainess entirely. And the movie Rangers, I haven't even begun to scratch the surface on these guys because I didn't even like that movie. I didn't like it. So for me, it was Breakfast Club Power Rangers. It was just the Breakfast Club and some little Power Ranger stuff towards the end. I wasn't jacking it like that. But, and y'all didn't put Goldar in the movie. Y'all ended up making Goldar this worthless gold statue. I am more than just a statue. I have a soul. I have a personality. I have a voice. My voice actor is still alive. You could have hired me or anyone else. Fuck it. You could have called Yokai Spartan. But no. You turned him into a mindless monster. I didn't like that. I didn't like that shit one bit. That shit got on my fucking nerves so badly that I had to just get in Goldar's character just to explain it to him. But yeah, just because I didn't like something doesn't mean I'm not going to fucking touch on it at all, because I like Power Rangers as a whole. It's just shit I don't like about everything. I'm gonna tell you everything I don't like about everything that I don't like, just so we can just get that out the fuck away. Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't like the fact that I had to fight all of the same niggas that I had to fight in the previous game. I wanted new Xehanort. I wanted there to be a female Xehanort, an old man Xehanort, a YN Xehanort. I mean, there was a YN Xehanort, young Xehanort, old man Xehanort. What I meant was I wanted different stages of Xehanort. I didn't want to have to fight Larxene, Marluxia, Luxor, and Lola. I want to make, again, I didn't mind Saïx and Sigbar or Vanitas because they were already in Dream Drop. We already seen them niggas there. But I didn't know that those niggas in the hoods was Luxor, Marluxia, and Larxene in them. I was like, but then it was them. I was like, oh, great. I'm like, all right, fine, we gotta fight y'all niggas again. They could have just made y'all good guys and fleshed out y'all characters differently like they did with Ienzo and fucking And also, I didn't know how Vexen wasn't evil, bro. Like, he had me sold when he said, yo, I was eradicated by Axel. I want to spin the block on my science shit. And then all of this whole time, he's just sitting here looking for answers to why. I'm like, what? This is ass. I didn't like that part. Vexen should have just wanted to get his lick back on Axel. It would give Axel somebody extra to fight besides Sayax. They got to turn both of these niggas into good people. Nobody was evil anymore. Just Master Xehanort. Nobody wanted to do it anymore. They didn't have no dedication. That's why I did Organization 13 the good guys in my universe. But they didn't even really want to be evil in fucking Kingdom Hearts. These niggas was like, oh, we're doing this shit because this old nigga told us to do this, bro. That's why they were doing it. Because the old nigga told them to do it. And it wasn't even originally like that. The truth is, after Kingdom Hearts 2, y'all just needed to make more story. So y'all gave us Birth by Sleep, and then y'all gave us Dream Drop Distance, and slowly but surely, this old-ass nigga became the main villain. Because if we wanted to just get this Kingdom Hearts just for Kingdom Hearts 2 and it caps off there, Xemnas was the main villain, and Xehanort was different. Basically, yeah, there's a lot of things I don't even like about Kingdom Hearts. Naruto, I didn't like how y'all snaked Madara towards the end, bro. Madara was the main motherfucking villain. And then y'all gonna give us fucking Kaguya and all these space motherfuckers and shit just to give us Boruto. I don't mind Boruto so much. It's whatever. But in this universe, I'm not even going to touch on it. Like, yeah, the Boruto stuff gets remembered, but everything gets right back to Naruto. We're right back at square one, baby. What else? What is some other shit on? Like Game of Thrones Season 8, bro. Just you know, like, everybody talks about Game of Thrones Season 8, but I like Game of Thrones so completely that I don't even give a fuck anymore, bro. That it's just, that's just what happened. That's canon. That happened. That's why Rogexio came and undid Season 8. They fucking brought back everybody back to fucking life, man. Fucking like what happened there either. Yeah, my nigga Littlefinger out here looking stupid, bro. Over here giving Sansa the Ramsay bro. I mean, the nigga, he ain't shit, but he ain't like that, my nigga. She's still in the veil, bro. He's over here trying to get with Sweet Robin and doing some other shit. Various other people in the fucking veil. But now I ain't gonna fucking make. And then y'all made Sansa go through that traumatic event. That wasn't even something her character went through in the books. That was a whole nother fucking character that went through that shit. Y'all didn't make Sansa go through that. I'm like, really? And I gotta sit here and watch baby girl go through that? I done grew up with this bitch for 4 fucking seasons, and now I gotta, on some real shit, I didn't want to see Sansa and Arya get their lick on, bro. I done grew up with these bitches for 4 seasons, bro. And then season 5, Sansa, I don't even like what happened to her in season 5, bro. What I'm trying to say is, that shit. What else do I? Varys get killed on screen. Nigga coming off hill saw that shit, and then nigga threw the fucking script and was rocking in his chair like a baby. He was mad, bro. Nigga was angry, and I was just as angry as him, bro. Because how you gonna do that to my nigga Lord Varys, bro? Y'all had him out here talking in front of black people. Them same black people that work for Daenerys. They're like, hey, yo, Daenerys, you know them niggas are talking shit about you, right? That's exactly what the fuck happened, bro. And now Daenerys don't want to eat no more, and now Varys gets killed by a dragon. The fuck out my face. And y'all had Littlefinger get murked by children, bro. Y'all had him get murked by the Stark Kids. Y'all had I don't mind Pycelle getting murked, that's how he got murked in the comic book. It's just it was Varys the one to do it. But I don't mind it being Qyburn, even though everybody says, no, that takes away from Daenerys' character. I mean, it does, but it adds to Qyburns. So it's like, I don't mind it being Qyburn, the one that took out Pycelle. But for Littlefinger, bro, to be honest, I wanted that nigga to win. I'm keeping it on. I ain't shit. But if that couldn't happen, I wanted him to get killed by White Walkers and just die in a more climactic way. Or if he had to be put on trial for his crimes, go out kicking and screaming like Light Yagami, going like, yes, I am Kira. Like that, like some shit like that, bro. But nah, they had my nigga go out like a pussy, bro. And he is a pussy, but that don't mean he had to go out like one, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, my joy turned the ashes in my mouth the minute that nigga sank to his knees and said, Sansa, I beg you, ain't up your mother since the time I was a boy. I was like, no! I was just as mad as when they did that, when Madara died and when Kasame died. The reason why I was mad when Kasame died, because I had friends and we all call ourselves Naruto characters, and I was calling myself Kasame, and my man's calling himself Itachi. This nigga like to rub shit in, and yeah, you read that manga? Oh, rest in peace, my nigga, though. That nigga not even with us anymore. Yeah, damn, that nigga's like, yeah, I miss that nigga, bro. Yeah, my friend that calls himself Itachi, he's no longer with us, my nigga. That nigga, but yeah, I miss him, bro. Like, I don't really talk about my real life too much on here. Like, if you know me, because I know there's people who watch this that know me personally. If you know, you know. But yeah, his name was Darren Thomas, man. Itachi and Jane Truesdale. And Joey Wheeler was his favorite characters, man. But yeah, son. But damn, I got off track. Damn, man, this video is getting fucking long. I guess I'll cover, let me see if I covered all the Galactic Crash Outs, because the reason why I'm making this video is because I watched the previous rambling video I made, and I didn't thoroughly go over the villains the way I wanted to. That's why I'm making this. And I also made this to go over a whole bunch of other shit that I wanted to go over as well. I think I'm going to leave this at this, guys. So like I said, if you wanted to be a Power Ranger, comment which Ranger you want to be in the comment section, because there is a war going place. I need a whole new set of Rangers to replace some of the Rangers that got bodied, because Necro Valley is not being lifted any fucking time soon. And we need to destroy the Galactic Crash Outs, because they outnumber us by the thousands. As it stands, the villains roster consists of Ikage, Modoko, Virgo / Athena, Gemini, Scorpion, Erudrin / Sagittarius, that's his name. Aquarius, Vexicus, Darkonda, Qyburn, Libra / Pycelle, fucking Astronomer, Eclipta, Darkonda, the Psycho Rangers, Alicent and Psycho Green, Daenerys Targaryen and her whole army of Dragonic Unsullied, And fucking Sajora has a fucking bear demon and shit, and her 3 dragons, because yes, all 3 of her dragons are back. She has all 3 of them fucking shits. Fucking the Dark Masters from fucking Digimon, because I just did a Digimon episode. They're Galactic Crash Out. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Rogue Gallery. Fucking Weevil and Marek and Bakura, them niggas, they're there too. So, like, the Galactic Crash, fucking Master Xehanort and freaking, I might put Riku Replica as a Galactic Crash Out. I haven't done shit with Riku Replica. I don't like Riku Replica. I really don't like that nigga. But, yeah, Vanitas and fucking Ansem, Galactic fucking Crash Outs. And once I get the Once Upon a Time, I might get the Once Upon a Time. I don't know if I want to touch Once Upon a Time. Rumpelstiltskin was in episode 1, and when Beatrice was explaining shit. But I don't know if I really want to touch that. But the Galactic Crash House is stacked, and it's going to get even more stacked. Let's not forget all the other background characters that was there, like Sephiroth and some of the marks from Invincible or motherfucking Dragon Ball Z fucking character. Frieza is not a Galactic Crash House. Frieza is his own rogue entity that is a threat to the Galactic Crash House. He's a threat to the entire fucking universe. So once Frieza pulls up, that's another thing we gotta fucking worry about. Kamen Rider Decade would be a Galactic Crash Out. He got hit with the Crash Out switch. Diddy's a Crash Out. Yeah, Diddy's a Galactic Crash Out. It'll get that nigga 4 years in jail. Only 4? Just 4? Y'all bugging. But in this universe, he's a Galactic Crash Out. Robotic Michael Jackson, Galactic Crash Out. Eren Yeager, Galactic Crash Out. He was in the episode 7 of Power Rangers Ultra. Yeah, The Mountain, Galactic Crash Out. The roster for the Galactic Crash House is stacked. It's gonna get even bigger because I'm just keep on making new shit. I'm gonna sit down and watch Kamen Rider and look at these monsters and be like, alright, he's gonna be him, he's gonna be him, he's gonna be him, he's gonna be an alien, he's gonna be a monster, he's gonna be a demon from hell, he's gonna be a heartless. I'm gonna look at all this shit and figure out what I wanna do with it, but I'm gonna end this video now because this shit is about to be an hour. Now, I need y'all to if y'all watch my videos, like, comment, and subscribe. I need to get back on the algorithm. I'm trying to get back on there. I don't know what's going on because I don't been posting. It's been saying, hey, because you haven't been posted, you're getting less views or whatnot. So, I don't really know algorithms too well, so I'm still learning everything as I'm going along. So please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Just share, not just this video. Mostly share my episodes, the latest 3 episodes, the Yu-Gi-Oh! One, the Digimon one, and the Goddess one. Share those specifically. Now have a wonderful day. May the power protect you and stay the fuck out of trouble.